Man, do I have a lot of Bissells I got to take a look at. So let's start with the one on the right. As a reminder, I already have the one on the left in really good condition, and that's older than the one on the right. But let's listen to how bad the one on the right is. And no, it's not the brush roll bearings that you're going to hear. That's motor bearings. So let's see how difficult it is, or if it's even worth it to try to save this machine. So this could be either a refurbishment and let's save it video, or technically it could be a save a couple of parts and scrap everything else video. Shall we? All right. How about that? Here is an example of a completely destroyed bearing. Metal on metal. Lots of metal on metal. Literally no lubrication at all. Some rust in there too. Let's take a closer look at the coil and the housing. So, yeah, big rusty mess. It may seem counterintuitive, but you've got some plastic, you've got the coil winding, and you've got the metal housing. Now, this is going to kind of smell unless I, to be honest with you, completely clean it by, well, say, submerging it and scrubbing it. So it may seem a little strange that you can take items like these and, put them in water, and I'll get like a great bucket of Persil, heavy concentration of Persil, and then I will dunk this in there, and that will eliminate some of the, well, the dirt and the debris and whatnot that's kind of in there that you can't really get out very easily. And what that will help with is, if we get this motor going again, when it gets hot, it won't have a burning smell. So this will survive just fine, literally just plopped in a bucket of heavy Persil. This might not survive because it's a piece of paper, but everything else in here, nah, water will not hurt it one little bit. So now the question is, I gotta get that rear bearing out there. And by the way, both bearings are 608 types, and I've got those. They are the rubber sealed. No, I'm not going to rebuild them because these are just wrecked. So I've got to put new ones on. And this one's pretty easy to get off with a bearing puller. That one is going to require some additional effort because I don't have. I mean, that's pretty tightly packed in there. It's going to be difficult to get out, but I don't care if I damage it or not because I'll put a new one in. Almost seems like we already knew, this machine was never meant to come apart and never meant to be repaired. Oh, gee, what a surprise. Well, let's see what we can do with it anyway. Well, somewhat good news, Bissell fans. I managed to, using a little small socket, get this crazy 608. It was stuck way down in there out. And there's a little finger spring in there as well. So I think we're going to go forward as best as we can with getting these two bearings replaced and seeing where we end up. Let's see, just from my own notes, boy, this thing got really squashed right there. Geez, between two pieces of plastic. And comes in over there. This appears to be kind of clearish. And then this one is kind of greenish. Of course, the switch is in this orientation. I'd like to get it back in that orientation.